Truly, Mr. Bradley, here with the one, the always, Mr. T-Ball.
Hey guys, Facebook Live.
Here we go. Some huge breaking news. Holy shit. Andrew Luck just retired from the NFL. This is not a fucking joke. And for all you Colts fans, I feel for you. I truly do.
I do too. That's a huge loss there. The guy's ending his career with 23,671 yards, 171 touchdowns, and a rating that's not so good, 89.5, but
doesn't always tell the story.
Still, NFL Comeback Player of the Year last year.
Tore his shoulder and then came out and threw for 4,600 yards, 39 touchdowns, and 15 picks.
And took the Colts to the playoffs. So
went 1-1 in the playoffs.
Yeah. Worth $140 million for over 6 years, which leaves $70 million on the table for Indianapolis.
Jesus Christ, that's a lot of money. And look, I really feel sorry for you Colts, especially you. Shout out to Dustin Adney on here. If you're watching, you're kind of fucked. Jacoby Brissett, third year. This is his third year. He's played one full season. That was last year, just because Andrew Luck went down and didn't play for the 2017 season, with the shoulder injury. This guy came out and only threw for 3,000 yards, 13 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions. That does not look pretty. This preseason, he hasn't done shit. He's barely thrown for 121 yards and a touchdown, no interception. But this is your new franchise guy, because out of nowhere, the last injury we knew about Andrew Luck was a shin injury or leg injury, lower leg injury, and now all of a sudden he's just saying fuck it at 29 years old.
They say didn't really explain it, but it said anklish injury.
What the fuck is anklish?
Yeah, he turns 30 at mid-September, like the 12th or something like that. He turns 30, which I would say 30 is pretty kind of early for a quarterback, but somebody with his caliber of talent, that's pretty early. Apparently, he battled torn cartilage in 2 ribs, torn abdomen, which apparently led to a little bit of bleeding while he was peeing. He had a concussion. I know he suffered a concussion and it was a torn labrum in his shoulder.
And that's not a good tear.
Yeah, which hurt him last year.
But he came back and fired out and threw for 4,600 yards. Like I said, who
like he never injured it. Yeah.
Right. Like when we talked about it on a previous podcast, I was like, he's not going to be the same Andrew Luck. I really don't believe he could be after a tear like that. And he was off for so long. It was like a year and a half he was out.
Yeah, he was out for quite a while. Apparently, he went into the front office, sat down with the owner, had a conversation with him, and he just basically told him not only is he physically drained, but apparently he is mentally drained, which I don't blame him. When you're battling that many injuries and you're held at such a high of a standard, it makes it kind of difficult mentally to handle all that and deal with the pressure once you come back from those injuries.
Yeah, because, and to go off that point, if people don't understand what you're saying, is like, okay, if you get a major injury, like a shoulder injury, shoulder tear, and you completely heal up and you come back on the field, you're scared to death to take another hit by somebody, because you're like, oh shit, I don't want to tear this other one, or I don't want to re-injure it. Like, it's a mental thing. Like, and you have to get over that first hit or first big hits.
Well, you're scared not only of that, but being able to perform at the caliber that everybody's expecting you to play at. Because if you show any weakness, they start questioning whether or not they should be starting you still.
Or cut your pay, or trade you, or not get you this contract you've been working for. So
injuries make you lose money.
Oh, absolutely. But this is the biggest, most craziest, I would say, Indianapolis news since Peyton Manning trading over to the Denver Broncos. Like, yeah, they traded him because they knew they had Andrew Luck, but nobody knew Andrew Luck was going to be as good as he was coming out of Stanford. And normally nobody really ever thinks somebody out of college is going to transfer and be amazing as a quarterback to the NFL. But this guy did. He came in. But this is just huge news. Like, what the fuck, Andrew Luck? Like,
yeah,
what is it?
This would have been, his 9th year?
I believe so, something around 8 or 9 years.
That's not very long.
He's been injured out of last year and then most of 2015. So, but last year, how are the Colts going to prepare for this with Jacoby Brissett? They have a great defense. I love their defense. They have a great defense every year. Okay, they don't have much at wide receiver except T.Y. Hilton. I don't know what major moves they made in the offseason, but a 10-6 record last year, went to the playoffs, won a game, lost a game in the playoffs, and without Andrew Luck, I think this team's nothing.
Me too.
Absolutely.
You can have T.Y. Hilton all you fucking want.
He's amazing.
You got Jacoby Brissett back there. a guy who probably doesn't know this scheme very well.
No, he's second year.
Coming from New England, right?
Right,
Yeah,
second year.
That's what I thought. And the Colts got a great offensive line. He can benefit from that, hopefully. But
good running back.
I think the Colts are definitely at a huge disadvantage without Andrew Luck. As many injuries as he's battled, he's still a damn good quarterback.
Yeah.
And for him to retire, that blows my mind too.
I just have no clue why. Maybe it's because he has a kid on the way. I read that he has a kid on the way. All the injuries are piling
football
up.
Players have kids though.
Yeah, but injuries piling up, like you're saying, it's a mental thing. Maybe his wife's in his head, and his own self is like, "Look, I want a future for my kids, maybe, or my kid, or however many I have, and I want to be there for him. I don't want to be this, banged up, always torn up since he's always getting injured type of dad that's around that can never do anything with my kids." So maybe it's a big part of it. But I think it's also because he's already made a shit ton of money in the NFL, just not contracts-wise and obviously, endorsements.
Over his career, he was estimated at about $97 million over his career.
That must be freaking – I'd like to have 10% of that. But, look, the Colts are, in my eyes, they're not going to make the playoffs with Jacoby Brissett. The schedule just looks horrid. It's at Chargers week 1. And that's a fucking tough game.
Opener. That's a tough opener.
Offense and defense.
Anybody in that division is going to be tough this year. And I think in the first 5 games, they play, 3 teams from that division?
And one of it's at the Chiefs. Good luck beating them at, Chiefs Kingdom. I mean, fuck, man. Then you're going to play.
At Chargers week 1, at Chiefs a couple of weeks later.
Week 5, and then you got to play the Broncos, the Texans twice, at Steelers, at Saints. Jaguars always have a tough defense. I'm not worried about the Panthers, but look, let's be honest. What do you think they're going to do this year? How many wins?
How many wins?
Yeah, what's the record?
Andrew Luck?
Without Andrew Luck, what's the record?
I'm going to say they have at least 6 wins.
6 wins.
I'm going to give them 6. I mean, the platform's still there. You still have the coaching. I don't think one guy is going to make a huge difference. Andrew Luck is definitely going to get you at least 10 wins
every year.
But I don't think Jacoby Brissett is going to put them in a position to get them to the playoffs. No.
Absolutely not. But look, I do think a guy of this caliber, especially a quarterback, are you kidding me, T-Ball, that you're telling me doesn't affect the team that big? Losing Andrew Luck is that whole team. That whole offense. That's the whole reason why anybody even watches them play. They're like, oh, shit, we have a chance because we have Andrew Luck.
I mean, I'm saying it's not going to be so much as
make or break,
cut and dry as it's like, oh, they lost Andrew Luck, so fuck it, the season's over.
Look at the Packers.
That might not be the case at all.
Look at the Packers with Aaron Rodgers. Look what happened. He went down for the whole season. The first time he tore a fucking collarbone, season was done.
That's different though. The Colts, like I said, they have their front line together. They have
Green Bay doesn't.
A great wide receiver. Their defense can back up their offense. The Packers are a different situation. Aaron Rodgers is different in that situation. When you lose Aaron Rodgers, yes, that's a big factor. But Andrew Luck, I'm not saying that Aaron Rodgers is 10 times better than Andrew Luck. I think Aaron Rodgers is definitely a better quarterback. But I think in the Colts aspect of it, as far as the pieces they have put together, losing Andrew Luck is only going to, which doesn't sound super bad, but I feel like
what up, Adney?
Losing Andrew Luck is going to at least lose you 3 to 4 more games.
I think they're going to lose half the season based on him alone. That guy is an amazing quarterback, tier 1 quarterback. Most people are going to be like, well, what's tier 1 if you don't watch a lot of football? Tier 1 is the best fucking top 5, top 6 guys. I think he's easily in that category. The guy averages 4,000 yards passing every single year, 28-plus touchdowns. And he throws a little more interceptions than what I would like. But this guy is the whole team. They are fucked, T-Ball. I'm going to go with 4 wins. They're going to be 4-12 this year.
Colts are going to be
4-12. And those 4 wins are going to be based off of what the fucking defense does. I don't think this offense has a chance with Jacoby Brissett.
Well, you got to think about it this way.
What up, Winston?
And those of you who are just turning in, Andrew Luck has officially retired.
This is not a joke. This is crazy.
I think with the whole factor of him paying that big contract and leaving $70 million on the table, the Colts might make a couple moves, maybe halfway through the season, pick them up some players, and if they're still in a contention for the playoffs, I feel like if they can make the right move, it might keep them in the mix.
They're not going to be in contentions, bro.
Bro, who's in their division?
Who's in their division? The Texans. The Texans should have won that one straight up.
And who else?
The Titans. That's a tough
Don't
defense.
gotta worry about them.
What?
The Titans aren't gonna make the defense. They're gonna make the playoffs this year.
They will now. They probably will now. That
now that Andrew Luck is gone.
Absolutely, man.
I don't think
Andrew Luck is everything.
Who else
to
is
the
in the
Colts.
division? Texans, Titans,
Colts. What's up with Colts with win 7? Winston, if you're asking if they're going to get 7 wins, absolutely fucking not. And that's your opinion. That's fine.
Said 6
I say
wins,
no.
so that's pretty close to what
I'm saying 4 without Andrew Luck. You guys are blowing my mind right now. Yeah, they got Eric Ebron. He balled last year.
And they had
But Jacoby Brissett is not good. Not good, bro.
He may not have been good in New England's scheme.
He played last year though a whole season for them.
Yeah, but
30,000 passing yards, 13 touchdowns, 7 interceptions.
That was his first year in the system, right?
I get it. Yep.
Okay.
I'll give him that.
Was Andrew Luck beast moding it in his first season?
I would have to go back and look at that, but I do believe he threw for 4,000 yards, if not close to 4,000 yards in his first fucking season.
I'll have to see that to believe. But I feel like they still have a shot with the people who are in the division or the teams that are in their division
Texas
to not only
defense?
get 6 or 7 wins,
Texans going to win
but
both
to
those
be
games.
a contender in that division.
Texans are going to win both those games against them this year.
Andrew Luck is not like one of those high caliber quarterbacks in my mind, like someone like, Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady or, those guys up there, Drew Brees. He's not even in the conversation with those guys. So
are you kidding me?
To lose him and say they're going to only have 4 wins this year, that's a little out.
Jags. Thank you, Winston. The Jags are in that division as well. Jags got a good defense, no offense. Sorry, I don't think Nick Foles is going to do it for them. So this is the Texans. This is the Texans' time again. Andrew Luck being gone, when he was playing, they win the division. When he doesn't play, they don't win the division. They don't win games. Jacoby Brissett ain't winning games.
But who's to say, they don't go with their third string or something. Some pulls out of their ass. They get this Cinderella quarterback out of nowhere thinking,
that's true.
It's all hindsight, but at the same time, you got to keep, like I keep saying, you got to keep in mind that they still got that money. And I'm saying this might have worked out in their favor. I mean, and they got what they could out of Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck
all the good years
is done. And if he's saying he's mentally done, then he's definitely
absolutely
mentally done. I feel like he's more of a risk now than he ever has been. Because who's to say he doesn't come out and in week 2, week 3, he's fucking injured again, and then we're back at the same conversation that we were having last year.
Here, let me throw this one out, and a lot of people might not like this, but anybody that's listening, what if the Colts went out and got Colin Kaepernick?
Don't get me started on Colin Kaepernick.
I don't want to either because I can't stand the
Kaepernick
guy.
has been out of the game for 3 years. No one's going to go after him, especially the Colts. This dude's going to want a lot of money, probably.
They got money. They got $70 million.
Well, yeah, they're not going to give that all to him. They're going to be smart about it, but at the same time, no one's going to go.
Hey, look, Winston. I know they lost Miller tonight, but do we actually know what is it season-ending injury with and I feel the Miller pain because I picked him on my fucking fantasy team, Winston. So if you'd like to figure that one out for me real quick, if he's out for the year, look. Miller's not a big loss there. I'm just scared of their defense and Deshaun Watson, to be honest, and DeAndre Hopkins. I think they'll easily beat the Colts both games, especially at Texans. That's in the bag. This is crazy though. I'm blown away. I can't believe he didn't try to give it another try this year and stick it out and see what happens. Maybe the injuries are a lot worse than what they actually said. What they've came out and actually told us, because the NFL lies all the time, and coaches and stuff, and health staff and all that, they lie all the time to the NFL about, hey, how serious an injury is so their star player can play. So maybe they've been lying to us the whole time. It is actually a lot worse than what it ever was of injuries, and maybe he's just like, well, fuck it. If it's just bad, I'm going to be done then. I'm completely done. But I don't think they're going to win but 4 games, 4-12.
So I'm looking
ACL
at the
tear.
2018 regular season quarterback rankings. Patrick Mahomes, Drew Brees, Trubisky, Roethlisberger, and then Luck.
Top 5. Like I said, top 5.
If you move those numbers into this year, which I think with some of the rule changes, I don't think Andrew Luck's a top 5 quarterback.
Who? Name your top 5 quarterbacks.
Look at all the changes that have gone on this year. All the people that have been moved around, and all the. Who's to say Baker Mayfield's not number 3 quarterback in the league?
That's true. He's going to ball out. I mean, we're talking about
Derek Carr. Derek Carr just got Antonio Brown.
Look, Antonio Brown's a huge asset, but he's such a drama queen right now. We don't even know if he's going to fucking play at the beginning of the season.
And all Andrew Luck has is
T.Y. Hilton. T.Y. Hilton, Marlon Mack, Eric Ebron.
And they run the play action more than anybody I've seen, and that's not going to work all the fucking time.
But he's great. So. Well, not with Jacoby Brissett, but it would have with Andrew Luck, because it has all these years. I'm just not sold on Jacoby Brissett. I think they're fucked.
I mean, I'm not sold on him either. I'll wait till we see a couple.
You give them 6 wins.
Yeah, I'm at least giving them 6 wins.
Well, what was their record last year?
I've seen 6 wins come from a garbage quarterback.
Okay, what was their record last year?
The Colts.
Yeah, look it up for me. What was the record last year? And I'll tell the whole fucking story. Let me see. Colts, 2000.
They made the playoffs, so.
Oh, I'm sorry, 2016 when he played for them. When Jacoby Brissett was in for the whole year. My bad, folks. You're blowing my mind. Look, nobody's going to come in my team.
He's retired. I'm not saying that the Colts aren't going to miss him, but I just feel like this just creates more opportunity. It's not the worst thing in the world the Colts have done.
It's not the worst thing
they've done. Got rid of Peyton Manning. Fuck.
And then he goes and wins a Super Bowl for Winston's Denver Broncos down there, my old lady's team as well. So that's Peyton Manning though. He was on another level than Andrew Luck would ever be, I think.
And I feel like Peyton Manning's kind of getting stiffed on this, because Peyton Manning said, "Yeah, I'll take this trade, but I want you guys to draft Andrew Luck." And
true.
He wouldn't stop going on about how they should get Andrew Luck. He's going to be the best quarterback. And now he just blew his opportunity of possibly Hall of Fame.
I wonder who's even out there. What's up, Brandy? I wonder who's out there for a quarterback. I mean, they got to be looking at other guys, right? They can't just be like, "Oh, Jacoby Brissett's our fucking guy." We knew that from all along. You didn't know that because you had Andrew Luck.
I mean,
essentially.
Where did Blake Bortles go? He's a backup now somewhere, right?
Yeah, I believe so. I don't even remember who he's even backing up.
Blake Bortles could come in and start for the Indianapolis Colts. You put him behind that line, he might change a lot of people's minds as well.
I don't want Blake Bortles. Blake Bortles has never fucking been good with the Jags or anybody.
It's the Colts. I'm not worried about how well the Colts do. I'm just saying that, for example, he could go in there and
it could be a lot of
new
guys.
Scheme under a great offensive line with a defense to back him up. I mean, he kind of had that opportunity in Jacksonville, but
he squandered that opportunity.
He's playing not only in a tough division, but when you get into the playoffs and you're going against teams like he was, like the Steelers and all them teams,
AFC.
It's hard to fare over there. So who's to say, he doesn't go to the playoffs and ended up facing the Chiefs again? He might not do that bad.
Yeah, but he's got to play at Chiefs, or the Colts got to play at Chiefs and at Jags, at Titans, at freaking Chargers. Like, they're going to get their asses whooped this year. Like, the games that they would win would be some fucking garbage-ass teams that they're playing.
I don't know, but 30 years old seems, the injuries he's gotten from over the years of playing football have been pretty rough, but 30 years old, still pretty young to retire. But yeah, Jacoby Brissett, I mean, don't throw him under the bus yet.
I'm not giving totally up on the guy, but he's not going to lead them to no. Look, let's be realistic here. Look at these teams they're going to be playing. Okay, you're not going to beat the Chargers. You probably would take 1 or 2 from the Titans. Falcons still going to be a tough game.
I think they could beat the Falcons as long as they can hold them on defense. Yeah, and it's at home. I think they can beat the Falcons. I think they can beat the Raiders. I think
Dolphins.
They can beat the Broncos, Jags. Yeah, I think.
You hear that, Winston? He's got no faith in your Broncos. I think they'll beat the Dolphins.
Oh, remember they got Flacco. They ain't going to do shit.
Oh, you're the one that was always talking so great about fucking Flacco. He got beat by Lamar Jackson.
Saying he's still a worthy quarterback. So, yes, I think
he's better than Jacoby Brissett.
I think the Colts can beat the Broncos. Yes, with Jacoby Brissett in it. Yes.
Wow, Winston.
It's a possibility.
Where's your comments, bro? Where's the comments on that? Like, that's fucking you're way out left.
So is Flacco better than Jacoby Brissett?
I just said that. I said yes, he sure is. I will give you that on Flacco, but he's not better than Andrew Luck.
Okay, so has Flacco ever been better than Andrew Luck? At any point in time in Flacco's career, has he ever been better than? Okay, whatever.
Bro, his only Super Bowl.
He won a Super Bowl, exactly.
Because of his defense. He had Ray Lewis.
Look up his numbers from that game. Look up his numbers from that game.
Defense is on fire, Broncos, Winston says. That defense is pretty good looking this year, I'm not going to lie. But look, they ain't going to beat the Broncos. They ain't going to beat – they might get one win in the division this year, and it's going to be against the Titans. Oh, and the Jags. Sorry, two. So 2 of their 4 wins, I predict, are going to be in their fucking division. It's going to be the Jags of one of them because they play them twice, and the other one's going to be the Titans, and it's going to be at home. The other 2 games, Dolphins, and I'll agree with you. No, I'm going to go with the Raiders. They're going to beat the Raiders too.
Okay.
But that's it.
Yeah.
Jacoby Brissett, welcome. Hey, if you're just joining
Scheffler would disagree with you there.
Oh, yeah. But if you're just joining us, like we said, we're talking about Andrew Luck fucking retiring. This is crazy, man. I'm blown away.
Great quarterback. Again, 24,000 yards over his career, 171 touchdowns. Passer rating ain't that great, but
comeback player of the year after torn shoulder, 4,600 yards. Come on.
He definitely earned that comeback player of the year last year.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, him retiring this early, I think puts him out of the question of
Hall of Fame.
Yeah, Hall of Fame, top quarterbacks of all time. Which a couple more years, he could have definitely put himself in that conversation, especially if he would have got himself to the Super Bowl
and got to the Super Bowl. He didn't even have to win.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He don't even have to win it. He just got himself there,
and have a better playoff win-loss record as well. I think. Yeah, because the arm strength is there, the arm talent's there, the stats are there. He just doesn't have it all put together around him,
I think the real question is he actually retiring? Do you think he'll stay away?
Man, I think he will. If he said, like you said, the health is a big factor why he retired, and that's what helped him make a decision. When a player says that about their health, they're pretty serious. And I don't think any amount of money or teammates you put around this guy is going to help him come back. It's going to make his decision to come back and play football. I think he's done.
Maybe he just needs a year off.
He already had a year and a half.
But he was rehabbing and
training,
getting surgery and all that shit. I think maybe if he can get some surgery on this ankle and it turns out it's not that bad or whatever it is that's going on with it, and he can take a full year off without having to worry about the rehab and staying in shape, and then maybe 2 years, then start working out again. And I think he can come back. Like I said, he's only 30 years old. I mean, he's in great shape still. He can still chuck the ball, still considered. At least you say he went out on a great fucking year last year.
Absolutely. I mean, maybe that's how he wanted to end it too, just like you're saying. I mean, want to go out on a good note?
Might as well end that out on a good note instead of coming out and battling another injury and having this shit dog fucking year, and it people just
bash
murdering on social media and on ESPN. So
okay, well, I'm still speechless in certain matters. Sorry for the spitting on the mic there, but I'm still a little speechless about this. It's crazy.
Andrew Luck will definitely be in the conversation for a couple years to come, but
I think he's done.
It's unfortunate that a good quarterback of his caliber, especially with the lack of quarterback talent I think the NFL has now,
right.
It's a little dying off. Daniel Jones might be picking it up here soon, but with the lack of talent, I mean, this big loss for the NFL and a big loss for the Colts, definitely. But I'm still saying the Colts get 6 wins.
4 wins. Jacoby Brissett sucks. Well, I guess with that being said, is he a bigger loss to, just real quick, is he a bigger loss to the NFL or to the Colts then?
Oh, Andrew Luck is definitely a bigger loss to the Colts.
Thank you.
That's a huge loss, but it's a loss to the NFL as well. I mean, look how many people
a lot of money
buy Andrew Luck fans. He's kind of like a golden boy. He's nice. He's good. He stays out of trouble. He does well in the NFL.
He's quiet, respectable.
Yeah,
great arm.
The only time you see him in the actual news is
when he's hurt,
how well he's doing, or when he's hurt.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, he's a huge loss to the Colts. What the fuck are the Colts going to do now when you got one of the best quarterbacks in the AFC coming out and coming up to you just randomly at the age of 30 going, and especially after he just got comeback player of the year and coming back and having a great year, and him coming up to you and be like, yeah, I'm battling this new injury. I think I'm going to retire. I'm going to go ahead and retire.
And they're like, what?
I'd be like, what the fuck, dude? Come on.
Is there a certain amount of money I can give you? That'd be the first. That'd be the first thing. I'm like, hey man, can we give you more money? Make you stay? I mean, more money? No? Okay. Well, shit.
140 million. Shit. I mean, that's quite a bit. 97 over your career. He's all right. He'll be all right.
But Andrew Luck retiring, man. I hope he's got some money in the bank. He must have got some money stacked up. He must have some insurance plans, But this is the biggest blow to a team, like I said, since when they traded Peyton Manning from the Colts. Like, this is just bizarre. I think there's more questions to it than what we know. There's more things to it than what we know. I think there's something else going on. I don't think a 29-year-old ball-in quarterback, top 5 in my opinion, may not be anybody else's or your opinion, but top 5 are going to fucking just, oh, yeah, I'm done.
Well, as the story unfolds, he's going to announce it on tomorrow, actually. He's going to announce it tomorrow, but I'm sure as the story unfolds, we might get a little bit of information, but it may just be simply like it's been stated, physically exhausted, mentally exhausted. I can see that coming from a player, especially someone who takes a lot of hits like he does. Right.
And, well, good luck to the Colts and Colts fans because you guys are going to need it.
Yeah, you're going to need it.
Hopefully, maybe you can find a diamond in the rough, or maybe you can go out there and find a trade for a backup quarterback that's, a pretty decent guy. Hell, maybe Eli Manning may go over there since he's about to be out of a job by Daniel Jones. No, I'm just kidding.
Eli's retired.
So we'll end it on a good note as well, just like he did with his last season. But maybe let us know what you guys think. This is crazy, man. All the more power to you, Andrew Luck. You're a great quarterback. Hey, man, we appreciate what you've done for the NFL, for us fans and stuff like that. It's a guy that you can't hate. I mean, he's a great player. He's a great guy. So, hey, thanks for that. And if the whole thing is to be healthy for your family and all that stuff, hey, good luck with that too, man, and more power to you. That's what life's about, is love and family and supporting them. So if that's what you're doing it for, cool, man. We're cool with it at Heated Waves. I'm Mr. Bradley.
I'm T-Ball.
And this is the Heated Waves podcast. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in on our first live podcast over Facebook Live. So we appreciate it.
Yeah, don't forget to catch us on YouTube, Heated Waves. You can Google us as
well. Please subscribe.
Subscribe. Catch us on social media. We appreciate you guys tuning in.
See ya.